Okay, guys, we're here today with the BunkerKings command goggle system. Um, this is the command. It's going to give you a full 360. This was gotten through the BunkerKings Kickstarter. So I got the introductory price of, I think it was $89 or $100 for the mask and an extra strap. So I used this goggle at the field, and I want to compare it to my old ProFlex, which is my main goggle so far. We'll see how it changes. But the BunkerKings command held up really well. It was very breathable. It was fairly light. It was comfortable. It was easy to see. I saw some people complaining about the glare on this, and to be honest, I did not have a problem on the field and on a sunny day with some clouds. No problem at all with glare or visibility. And I could hear my teammates in the back very well, and I didn't hear echoes. It didn't start fogging up, so I mean, it held up like the ProFlex did. I mean, the ProFlex is great because it's so breathable. It just, you have all this ventilation. You can hear. There's nothing complicated going on here. You know, you can hear everything. It's just the ProFlex is a little bulky compared to the command. The one thing I do like about the ProFlex over the command is the angle at which this strap comes out. So if you look at it from the side here, see that the strap comes out at a horizontal angle along the top, and I like to have my strap be a little higher over the crown of my head. It just feels a little more secure, and so it might be because this ProFlex is broken in more, but that strap goes a little higher at more of an angle up like this, and that really does make it feel a little more secure. That said, I played the Dorito side with this, diving around, and I had no issues with it bouncing up and down, coming off, or no question that it was going to stay on my head, and it was very comfortable too. But one thing I did do to mitigate the strap angle was I pulled it out of the strap holes here, and just ran it through the back. So it seems like if you look at it from the side here, there's not actually, the angles don't line up very well, first of all, and it's not like wide enough for it to come through. So I think this is supposed to try to like angle it back up. I don't know. I just decided to just go and pull it out and freeform, and that was fine. What can I say? I mean, in pretty much every way, this mask was like on par with the ProFlex or better. I mean, if you look at it head on, that's one thing you can see, is it's definitely slimmer on the sides, and it feels slimmer on the face. But I have no problems with like the nose distance. I have no problems with it touching anywhere on my cheeks or my mouth. The flexes, I think it might need to get broken in a little more. These parts are rigid here, but it still flexes pretty well. I think it'll bounce a hit. But compared to the ProFlex here, this flexes more, like no question. No question that flexes more. This is a little stiffer, and compared to the old ProFlex eyes, these things just like they'll flop for anything. So yeah, I think I don't know. A lot of people worry about that and getting bounces. You know, if it hits your face, if it's gonna break, it's gonna break. Some people think that. You know, I'd rather have it be softer than not, just because it might help you bounce, and if it doesn't, then it doesn't, and you would have gotten a break anyway. So, what else? This lens system here isn't exactly the easiest to take out. Let me just show you. There's this part you have to push down right in there, and then push down and then push it forward and then pull it back after doing that. You can't really do it with one hand. So it could be easier. I'm trying to do this while looking at the camera and it's not working. There we go. And then you're out, and you do it to the other side. So it's not slow by any means, but it could be easier. And then for this, I think just pop that out, and then you do that. You just pop this piece out, and you do that for the other side. Then you're good. So one thing is, people online have been complaining about this little unlock tab, and it does seem pretty unnecessary, especially this back half of it. That said, I didn't have it getting in the way. I didn't feel like it was making the mask wider than it needed to be. I mean, it's already, the profile is so much better compared to like the ProFlex. All you see is lens from the front and the sides. Like the ProFlex, you know, you have parts sticking out, and it's just wider, you can tell. So I think that's an improvement. If you wanted to, you could cut this if you have an extra strap, I guess. But you do need this part to keep that lens in place. And we're just gonna put this back. One thing that was slightly irritating was I kind of look like a noob when I play. I use the strap. This strap, when I put it on, it liked to go up like this every time I put it on. I was wondering, like, trying to buckle it in, be like, where's the buckle? Where's the buckle? That wasn't great. So I had to take it off, put it back down, be like, oh, okay, it stays down there, and then you buckle it in. As for the strap itself, I think it's fine. It's removable too, which I'm sure a lot of people are happy about. More solid than the ProFlex one that stays on with an O-ring that most people probably just cut anyway. I still roll with it on the ProFlex too. I don't know. I like to have my goggles real secure on my face. So people were complaining about the fit. I thought it was very comfortable. Again, no problems. And I saw someone else on the field who had the exact same mask. This is the only other command on there on the field, and this is like the weekend after people started getting them. And he said the same thing. He really liked it. But we both kind of agreed we wouldn't pay $170 new for one of these. I'd probably pay $100, maybe $120. It's just, you can get such a good mask with a ProFlex that why would you spend the extra money when you don't need to? I noticed in low light, like when I was looking directly at this light through the mask, you can see it now. You get a little bit of that hazy kind of aura. I had none of that on the field. Like none. It was not a problem in bright play. But if there's a single bright spot, it'll do that. And one thing to point out too is this isn't just this mask. You'll get that with any sort of reflective mask. And to show that, I have a JT. Okay. You can see you get that hazy aura too. Right. So people complaining about being able to see their own eyes when they're in their room looking at a bright light, like it's not going to be bad unless you're looking at the sun, and it's not going to be worse than other goggles. Look at that, and then compare that to that. I mean, it's honestly. You might get a little more in this one, but I tell you, I did not notice an issue on the field. I mean, I would totally recommend these goggles, especially if you can find them for the Kickstarter price. I think they're worth it. I think they look good. I think they breathe well. They do everything that a good goggle should do. They're comfortable. Fairly easy to change the lenses, not the easiest, but that's fine. They're bouncy. People were complaining about the ear protection and there being no padding. I frankly don't care for that. That's just extra for me, extra stuff I don't need. And if you look at the old ProFlexes, which are, in my opinion, like the mask you should work off of, like, is it better than a ProFlex? If you're making a mask, how does it compare to the ProFlex? And it's just these like foamy things. There's no, it's not going to stop an impact very well. And trust me, I've gotten shot in the ear. It doesn't do much. So, and if anything, this harder plastic might be better than the foam, especially if you're getting shot up in this area where there's the backing of the little tab that people seem to dislike. That guy. So yeah, and you can hear well. You can breathe well. You can talk well. I don't think it's ever gonna fog. And it's slim. It's especially around this jowl area. Like if you look at this side compared to that side, it's just slim. So yeah, that's my comparison. Best part too, I had a lot of trouble with the profilers back in the day. With my nose would touch the end. My nose does not touch the end on this. I got a big nose, long one, and it doesn't touch the end on the ProFlex, and it doesn't touch the end on this, which I really appreciate. My mouth doesn't touch the front of this. This doesn't touch my chin, and I also feel like it's long enough. Some masks have felt pretty short in the past. This one feels like it's long enough. So even if my mouth is open and I'm yelling, a paintball's not going to go in there while I'm yelling. If my mouth is like down here, you know, and you're really screaming your head off. So yeah, I would totally recommend this at the Kickstarter price. It does pretty much everything I would need from it. And it's going to be my main mask for this season and every other season I can think of until there's a better mask. But the bag it comes in is pretty nice. It's definitely different than the older ProFlex bags. This feels a little more sturdy, higher thread count, and it's ventilated in the back too. So you throw this in, it's not going to keep all the wonderful sweaty paintball juices you had all day in there. This just goes right in. You can see it through the mesh. I like that. I think it's nice, and it seems just a little more durable than like other mask bags I've seen, especially these older ProFlex ones. So, yeah, I don't know. Why not get one? I think they're solid. If you can swing it, and you want a mask that's breathable and you can hear well out of it, I don't see a reason not to. And the little visor thing is kind of neat too. Yeah, I don't really have anything bad to say. These things are so minor that people are complaining about. It's not that big that it's sticking out. And even if you took it out, it wouldn't stick out that much less. These little colors, they're rigid, more rigid than everything else, so they might prevent some more flexing. But again, it's already pretty flexible compared to a lot of others. Yeah, man, this is just gonna be my new mask for the season. I'm glad I backed it on Kickstarter, and it's gonna be really cool to be wearing this and shooting with it and seeing out of it. And like I showed before, the glare, I mean, that's something you're gonna get on any mask that's not clear. You know, any mask that's reflective like this is gonna have some sort of glare like that. Yeah, it's a good mask. Max did a good job with this one.